Well as in his home country, Argentina, Diego Maradona also had a huge impact in Italy, particularly in Naples, where he is venerated after leading the city's team to 2 league titles. Tancredi Palmeri is an Italian football journalist who joins us. He's in Milan right now. I can see you're at a station, Tancredi. Are you heading to Naples?
You are correct. Buongiorno to everybody. As you can imagine, everything is happening there. Yesterday, even if Naples, as other parts of Italy, is in lockdown, but it was impossible just to hold the affection, all the emotion of people that just poured out of their homes and went to the stadium, and also to some of Naples spots where there are huge murales, big wall painting, like 8 floors wall painting dedicated to Maradona. In this moment, they just need to share, obviously, their emotion. You probably mentioned that the stadium is gonna, well, the Naples major announced that the stadium is gonna be named after Diego Armando Maradona, the stadium that is called San Paolo, St. Paul. So many are saying we are switching from the name of a saint to the name of a god.
And Tancredi, I mean, just to remind us, he came to Naples in, 1984. It was the world's most expensive player, signing for a very modest club in one of the poorest cities in Italy. Just tell us about Naples at that time and the experience he had, how he transformed its whole reputation.
Yes, indeed, Karin, because, well, I can first show you this front page, one of the many of Gazzetta dello Sport. All the front page of Italian papers today are dedicated to Maradona. Obviously, the sports paper even more is saying, "Ho visto Maradona." I saw Maradona, from the most famous chant of Napoli fans dedicated to Diego Armando Maradona. But see, the sports side doesn't explain enough or exactly about Maradona. We are talking about an iconoclast that became an icon. Someone that was much more than only the titles that he won, that in the end weren't even that much. 2 Italian titles, 1 World Cup, even though as a full protagonist. But as you were mentioning, Napoli is the 3rd largest city in Italy, completely mad for football. Until the moment he arrived, never won anything, not even a single title. But it's not only about that. Napoli, as Argentina, as Buenos Aires, was part of the, let's say, south of the world. Since the unity of Italy in the 19th century, in spite of being the 3rd largest city, was disadvantaged economically, socially, culturally. The way that Napoli not only had beaten on the pitch the great team from northern Italy, Milan, Juventus, Inter, but the way that Diego Maradona made them be respected, not only in Italy, but everywhere in the world. Finally, people, the crowd, the public was looking at Napoli, not only for the social issues, not only for the crime organization, but for what was worth to be in the city, which is a lot. Napoli is rich of culture, of sightseeing, of nature, but it was not coming out from what was the public image. For that reason, Maradona became an icon as the symbol of rebellion of all the rebels, as he was already for Argentina and for Argentinians, the same for Napoli, even more possibly, because probably Argentina, after the Messi before won a World Cup title in '78, even if it was different. But for Napoli, what Maradona was is, in my opinion, after World War II, culturally, not on a sport level, culturally, the most important figure that the city of Napoli had. Literally, he not only had put the city on the football map, but on the cultural map of international society.
And Tancredi, you know, his troubles are well publicised, his battles, his addiction to drugs, his personal life and the problems in that. Did any of that affect how much he was adored and loved by the people of Naples?
At the moment, when he left, yes, because in some way the people felt betrayed. But see, then the time not only is healing everything, but also is putting everything in context. And everybody understood that actually Maradona was not great thanks to that, but in spite of that. So his greatness and his ability to make people get together, come together, feel reunited under a cause was in spite of him being not perfect as every one of us we are. Possibly we should try to walk in these shoes, and we will never be able to do so, of living a private life, a life without not even having for a single moment privacy. Think about that. His son that is living in Naples currently, well, he was getting out of the consequences of being in intensive care for coronavirus.
Okay.
And he received the news of the departing of his father while he was there from journalists that was looking for his reaction. Well, just imagine what has been the life of Maradona for all his life. It's just, we can't imagine. And this from a nation, from a country, from a world, where we can't imagine what can be that issues. And still, in spite of that, he was putting himself in so many cultural off-pitch and social issues, like talking about that, being brave about that, and his performance was not limited by that, but actually enhanced. Really leader of people.
Tancredi, thank you so much. Tancredi Palmeri there. We wish you buon viaggio on your trip to Napoli this morning. Thank you so much.
Sorry about the mask. It is as it is.
Thank you so much for talking to us there from the station in Milan as you're about to board that train to Naples.